Hello and welcome to another one of my videos. Now today I'd like to return back to a country which I've not been to for some time, and that country is France, and I'd like to take a look at their menu too. Now this isn't a standard sort of French ration, this is actually a halal friendly French ration. So let's get this on the table and see what this box contains. So I now have this French ration menu number 2 on the table, and this particular one has a best before date of 2021, so it's still very fresh, and it is also halal friendly, which makes it a little bit different to the normal French rations. So we've had a look at these before. They're a sturdy box wrapped in a simple clear polythene bag. So let's get this open and see what this pack contains. So I'll just bring in another one of my little knives I have. A little folding knife with 3 blades. It has a locking mechanism for each blade, so there's your standard blade, another blade with a little hook, and a saw. But today we'll just use it as a simple knife. So no easy open tear strip, just cut the top off there. And looking around the box, there is the tear edges. Just take those off. And let's see what we have inside. Now, as with all these rations, a very nice impressive set of contents. So I'll just move this to one side while we empty it out, and straight off the top we have some muesli, some mixed muesli energy breakfast. We have an instant soup. There is an isotonic sports drink, some strawberry jam, we have the famous 3-type biscuits containing salt, cereal and chocolate biscuits. There is the standard accessory pack with a couple of coffees, a drinking chocolate, and I believe the sugars and whiteners are in there also. We have some tissues or teepee for whichever the need arise. There is a nugget bar or nougat, depending on what part of the world you come from. A 70% chocolate cocoa chocolate bar. The berry Commando Bar. This is the first time I've had one of this variety, so that'll be nice to taste. There is the coffee Commando Bar, and a pâté de fruits, and I think this one is raspberry looking at the picture there. I think those are mackerel pâté. We have a pudding, a dessert. See if we can keep all those in shot. There's quite a lot in the box here. We have a, just checking on the label there, it's a halal lamb terrine. So it's halal friendly, a lamb terrine as a main. This is a salmon, rice and vegetables. Sorry, I have to keep going off shot a little bit. I've put the box a little bit far over. And of course, the standard heating kit, or the fuel and stove. So that is the contents of this halal friendly menu 2 French ration. So let's get what I would consider breakfast out on a tray and see what it looks and tastes like. So as you can see, I now have what I would consider breakfast out on the tray, and I think I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to obviously have the muesli mix. I think I should have some of the biscuits with some jam, a Commando Bar or coffee Commando Bar, and I think we'll have a coffee out of this accessory pack. So first off, let's have a look what's inside this accessory pack. Now I can see coffees on the top there. Try not to puncture them as I go. Very solidly packaged. So what have we in here? We have 2 instant coffees. This is I think that's a mint tea. There is another Royal Ceylon tea. I'm sure they are 2 sugars, some salt and some peppers, and a hot chocolate. So for breakfast, I shall move these out of the way. I think I shall just simply go with a coffee. Just separate one of these. Simple coffee and sugar. Can't beat a nice cup of coffee first thing in the morning. So we'll also take a look at these biscuits. These are the campaign biscuits, army biscuits, and there is 3 varieties in here. They have the sweet, the cereal and the chocolate, and I think for this one we'll have a look at some of the chocolate ones. So it's a packet of the chocolate. It does actually say chocolate on there. And before we go any further, this muesli needs a little bit of preparation. It does say add 1 person, add water and wait 5 minutes. And it also says you can mix it in the pouch, but in this instance I'm going to add it to a bowl just so we can have a proper look. So this is the Muesli Energy Breakfast, which is a chocolate muesli. You can see there is a nice load of chocolate or cocoa powder on the top. I'll bring in the Russian spoon. There was no cutlery with this, and there's some little chocolate discs there. Now I do like my muesli warm, so I'm going to add a little bit of cold first, and then a little bit of hot, which is waiting by the side here for my coffee. So a little bit of the hot as well. Give that a mix. And I do like mine a little bit moist, so that's perfect for me. Some people say it's too wet, and we'll just give that 5 minutes to do its thing. Just wipe the spoon there. So at the same time we shall have another look at this coffee. There is no whitener in this accessory pack. I do like white coffee, but we have what we have, black coffee, and one of the simple sugars. Just a nice medium sized granules there, and we'll come back with half a cup. Let's put it in the middle of hot water, approximately half a cup again. My spoon. We shall open some of these chocolate biscuits ready for when we all ready for them. It does look like they're a little bit battle damaged, but nothing too untoward. Some nice chocolate chips in there, I don't know if you can see that. We can open the coffee Commando Bar, which is a little bar of sugar, coffee flavoured sugar pretty much, and of course we have some strawberry jam, so I'll just get that ready to go. Very tough packaging on the jam, obviously not designed to split. Okay, so give that another little mix for a moment. Okay, so let's start with the coffee. Dark looking coffee, there is a sugar in there. It's nice, strong, it's not bitter, there's no bitter aftertaste. For me it's just crying out for a little bit of sweet whitener, but it is a very good, very decent instant coffee, one of the better ones in any ration. It's an instant coffee, you're never going to get filter coffee in a ration, but it's a very good instant. A little bit of whitener for me would make that perfect, but dark coffee drinkers would find that very enjoyable. Let's have a look at this muesli. Now, it did say leave for 5 minutes, so I'm going to come back to that in a moment. For me, I do like my muesli moist, like that. I know a lot of people like it very, very dry. I'll just give that a few more minutes while we have a look at this chocolate biscuit. Now, as you can see, little chocolate chips in a simple cookie. Nice and fresh, not too sweet, in fact very little sweetness there at all. It is pretty much just a few little chunks of chocolate, which again is quite difficult to taste. They're not very overpowering with chocolate, and a simple plain wheat style biscuit, not overly sweet. It does cry out for something like a little bit of the strawberry jam. That looks like a nice quality strawberry jam there. Let's have a taste of that. Very good. Very nice, sweet, good quality strawberry, smooth jam. If you look closely, you can just about see some of the little seeds from the strawberries in there, so you know it does contain the real fruit. Very nice, very pleasant, very enjoyable. Okay, so I've had a few minutes now. Let's come back to this muesli, chocolate energy muesli. There were some chocolate discs in there which have now melted into the milk. There's also some chocolate powder, and the rest is just your usual sort of oats and grains. Let's have a taste of this. The chocolate is quite bitter. It's bitter dark chocolate. Not overly sweet like you'd expect with that amount of chocolate in there, but it's a bitter chocolate. It's taken away some of the sweetness, making it a sort of average sweet, so it would appeal to most people whether you have sugar or not. The oats are still quite firm. Personally, those oats are still a little bit raw from my own liking. I would like to have just boiled those in a little bit of milk for a few minutes to get them to really soften, but as that said, good quality, plenty of chocolate, plenty of sweetness. Would certainly have no problem sustaining you over a few hours after eating this. Very nice. Not overly sweet, slightly bitter with the chocolate, but in a nice pleasant way. Just a little bit on the firm side. I would have liked 2 or 3 minutes in a pan with the boiling milk just to soften the oats, but still very good quality oat breakfast. Now look at the Commando Bar, the coffee Commando Bar. Seen these before. They're almost like a fudge. In the UK we have something called fudge, which is very similar texture to this. It has sugar granules in there. As you chew it, you can feel the sugar between your teeth, the granules of sugar. Very pleasant, quite soft, nice background taste of coffee, nothing very untoward there. The coffee is very delicate, very in the background, but it's a nice crunchy coffee flavoured energy boost. Now, just because I can, I'm going to crumble a little bit of that into the oats. Just try a little piece of that with the oats. That actually improves both the Commando Bar and the oats. Very nice addition. And I think that is where the rest of that is going to go. Break your Commando Bar into your muesli, and it just adds another dimension of sweetness and flavours and crispiness from the sugar. Very pleasing, very happy with that mixture. And I'm certainly going to finish that after this review. Back to the coffee. Very nice, very decent instant coffee. So, a recap on this very brief, simple breakfast. Coffee, instant, but good quality, no bitter aftertaste, nice flavoured, little bit of milk or cream off for me personally would make that perfect, but for black coffee drinkers they would say that's perfect as it is. A nice, well-rounded instant coffee. Chocolate biscuits, they are not overly sweet, they are a simple wheat biscuit with addition of a few little chocolate chips. The addition of the jam really helped. The jam was of quality. It has got seeds from the strawberries in there, so you know there is fruit in there, real fruit somewhere. Very nice, very sweet. Very nice combination. The energy oats or energy muesli, little chocolate chips, discs of chocolate which is now melted also. The chocolate is dark, so it's got a slight bitterness which makes it so it's not overly sweet. Would appeal to most people. I, as I said, would have liked to have boiled it for a couple of minutes in milk to soften those oats down a little bit, but that said, still a very pleasant breakfast. I have added the Commando Bar to that. The Commando Bar was like a fudge, sugary, crunchy with sugar, slight coffee taste, but added to this chocolate and coffee, mocha, it's giving it like a light mocha, sweet, extra bit of crunch. Very good combination. I've not seen done on a review before, but that's the way I shall be certainly going again in future with my French rations. Before I finish, I'll just try a little bit of the biscuit in there as well. Nice as well, why not? That also adds a new crispy, crunchy, flavourful dimension. And another way I'm going to enjoy that after I finish. So mix those in, ready for finishing off. I'm going to leave it here. Thanks for watching this very nice French menu to halal friendly breakfast, and join me for part 2 where I'll be looking at their lunch and dinner. But for now, thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe and hit that notification button for future videos and part 2 of this one coming very soon. So thank you and goodbye.